We are staying home more often now, and that means working and living in a home that has top quality air is extremely important. So I'm testing out the Airthings Wave Plus to see how my new home stacks up. Hey s'mores, I'm Shannon Morse. Welcome to Morse Code, the home for tech reviews and tutorials with a healthy dose of online security and privacy. Since I am constantly at home working as well as living, plus we just introduced a puppy into our new home, I want to ensure that we are breathing in quality air and our new home doesn't have any issues. So I reached out to Airthings to see if I could review their new Wave Plus, which is an air quality monitor that also includes a radon sensor. So why is this important? Well, there are lots of air quality issues that cannot be seen or smelled. While you can definitely see smoke or smell gas, there's no way to detect things like carbon monoxide or radon without a gadget in your house to warn you. So I recently got totally learned up on radon and why it can be a danger in houses that have a basement, which mine does. Radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that can cause lung cancer, and it's found all over the US. You can't see or smell radon, and generally very small amounts of radon are found in practically every household. Testing is the only way to know your level of exposure though. It comes from the natural breakdown of uranium in soil, rock, and water, and it gets into the air that you breathe. Radon typically moves up through the ground to the air above and into your home through cracks and other holes in the foundation. Now, since I intend to work full-time in my future basement studio, it's important to me that any air quality issues are detected and mitigated early so that I don't end up with health problems. In fact, I now live in a high-risk area for radon. If you're curious if you live in an area with a high risk of radon as well, you can check out a map online which is called radonmap.com. Now, I'm not a scientist, but I will try to say these terms correctly. If your home's detector measures levels that are higher than 100 becquerels per cubic meter, hopefully that's how you say it right, which is 2.7 to 4 picocuries per liter of air, then mitigation may be necessary. I don't know what that means, but that's what the internet told me. So that's why I wanted to try out the Wave Plus from Airthings, which they kindly sent my way. I saw this device at CES earlier this year, but you can't really test an air quality monitor unless you actually set it up in an environment like a home for a very long period of time. The Airthings Wave Plus is $229 MSRP, and it does come in white, so it matches regular walls. In the box, you get the device, 2 AA batteries, and a quick start guide. You also get a 12-month warranty as well on the device. Now, it'll give you a long-term daily look at air quality by measuring radon, CO2, toxins and chemicals, humidity, temperature, and air pressure. It's really easy to set up. You have to create an account in the application. Then you can choose whether or not you share location data anonymously, which I personally don't. Mine had a firmware update, so it took a few minutes until it was actually usable. You connect to it via Bluetooth 5.0 anytime you want to sync to the Airthings app, or you can log into an Airthings dashboard online to see all of your air quality insights, including a generated free radon report. Now, Airthings states that you should give it 7 days to calibrate so it can give you accurate data, but the longer you let it collect data, the better averages you'll see. If you don't have your phone on you, you can wave in front of the Wave Plus, hence the name, and you can see a color-coded visual indicator. So green means good, yellow means fair, and red means poor, and the website lists what those measurements mean. So one thing I noticed with the Airthings Wave Plus is if I open all of my windows on one given day, then I usually have better air quality on that day as well. I'm assuming it's because there's a good airflow. On days that I have everything closed and maybe we're cooking on the stove and we also have like a candle burning, but we also have this brand new house and we have this new basement, so we do have higher levels of radon currently, at least that's what it's detecting, then I notice those days have poorer air quality, so we don't have very good airflow. So in the application, the main page shows you the air quality for your monitor and readouts for my sensor. Now in my testing, it appears very, very accurate. I have a humidifier that gives me a humidity percentage in my bedroom because Colorado is a very dry climate, and I know that our humidity here is really low. In fact, it usually ends up being around 40% or so. I also know the temperature already as as well, because I can check my Google Assistant or I can check my phone to make sure that those readouts are the same as what I'm seeing on the Wave Plus. Now you can set it to metric if you prefer, and you can also sync multiple devices to this device. You can also use it with Amazon's Alexa or Google's Assistant and IFTTT, since it is smart home integrated. So for example, I can say, hey, you know, that brand name, check the air quality. And then it will give me a readout of whatever the air quality is currently for my Wave Plus. Similar wording can give you other vocal readouts of your Wave Plus's data. It's a very, very simple device that does one very important thing, and it does it very well. It's sleek, it's minimalist, and it's accurate, and a worthy addition to my dream smart home. However, I will say that currently, given that I've moved it as well, this doesn't help, it thinks I'm going to die. Like, my radon is crazy high, and it's basically telling me that my life is ending. So, yay 2020. No, I'm just kidding. I still need to calibrate it, and I feel like I should have this running for like 30 or 60 days, which is also something that they recommend, so that I can get a very accurate readout of what those radon numbers are. And given that my home is newly constructed, there's a lot of construction going on in my neighborhood and in this area, then my radon is going to be naturally higher in these areas too. So that's always going to be a concern, especially with new construction. So if you are new here, subscribe to become a part of this awesome community, and check out my Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee links to see how you can support this channel. I have some new s'mores that I wanted to introduce and thank. On Buy Me a Coffee, that includes Mark and Ark, who bought me a coffee because I named my litter robot the Tortoise, and I can't get over that. I thought that was so funny. So thank you for the support, and I'm glad that my little punny joke on Twitter made you decide to buy me a coffee. Yay, caffeine. So thank you. And thank you to everybody who supports me over on Patreon as well. I love that so many people want to support, and I really, really appreciate it. Comment below and let me know what you think of the Airthings Wave Plus, if this is something that you want to introduce to your smart home as well. Thank you so much for watching, and if you are interested in hearing about my maybe future possible radon mitigation, then follow me over on Twitter, because I think that I'll be tweeting about that as well. Thank you again so much to everybody. My name is Shannon Morse, and I will see you soon. Bye, y'all.